Okay, let me see. Let's get the date and the time. I already told y'all about comments and all that other stuff. There's nothing against anybody else, but I don't listen to negativity no more. So, anybody got a problem with me? Take it up with God. That's where I'm at. You got a problem with me? Take it up with God. Okay, so here we go. It is Sunday, April 26th, 2026 at 10:46 a.m. We're in the Western Gibeons in Virgo. So got something to do with hell. Let's see what's going on with the collectives. Like every so often, Divine is showing me how to do this. Like every so often, when they tell me to come on, I'll come on. It is what it is. So let's go. Let's get into this. Ow. Let's go. Let's get into this. Let's see what's going on with the collective. Okay, so security. Okay, 4 of Pentacles. It's something about your stability. Okay, so you soon about to be stable. If things been rocky for you, about to be stable. It's something about, you could be seeing 444 a lot. I definitely would get that number. That's soulmate connection. Okay. Emperor in reverse. So this could be a father figure or uncle or something like that. Somebody was messing with trying to mess with your stability. This could be a leader that was trying to mess with your stability. They're in reverse now. They could be sick or something like that. This could be a leader or something or whatever. Or they're about to be sick. This is somebody that was messing with your stability. They thought they had control of your stability. This could be a boss or you're a Hierophant. Because you are a Hierophant. Upright. So they thought they could mess with a Hierophant security. Stability. What's this? Yeah. They could be at the crossroads right now. Are they trying to have you at the crossroads? Or they could have went to the crossroads on a Hierophant energy? Child. They went to the crossroads and they started celebrating. Let me get this. So you have an Emperor in reverse. This is a leader that went to the crossroads to try to block your stability. And they started celebrating with a group. This somebody know how to do crossroad work. Okay? So you have an Emperor in reverse now. Now this Emperor is in reverse. Like they could be sick or about to become sick for doing this crossroad magic. So they did some crossroad to block you. That's what I'm getting. Crossroads to block you. Setting intentions with the waxing crescent. Queen of Cups. And you're an empath. Yeah. Hangman. So they want you a hangman stuck. No changes. Child being sneaky and going to the crossroads. They did this. Being sneaky is like moon energy to me. Like at night. So they went to the crossroads at night. Okay. Against a Hierophant energy. To try to have you stuck. No changes. But you got protection. It's some weird ass shit. Child, what the fuck? Yeah. You got outpouring support from the divine. So they must didn't know you was a Hierophant and that you have protection from divine. So divine intercede and balance something out. Now it's the ending of a cycle. So this shit must be going back. This is going back towards them. Whatever they did. So they don't have stability now. This leader, look, 3 of Swords, King of Cups, 10 of Cups. So they could have been making sure people didn't understand you or something, block people from understanding you or some shit like that. This person was doing all types of shit. I'm going to do a reading on this Emperor in reverse. Look, being sneaky. Queen of Wands. towards a Queen of Wands, a passionate, free, spirited energy. This is just an energy between Queen, alluring, handsome, beautiful, intuitive, just free spirit. So they was trying to block your stability. This person was trying to block your stability, so they went to the crossroads. Did not know you was a Hierophant, Queen of Cups energy. So they try to make you hang shit up, like everything hung up. Hang that shit up, some shit like that. Being sneaky at night. Every time I see this right here, it just reminds me of the moon. Like doing something where nobody can't see them and shit like that. So you probably got intuitive intuition. Somebody was doing this, like crossroad magic, blocking you at the crossroads, setting intentions on you. And that's a shame because you're such a beautiful person inside and out. Death. Being sneaky about putting something to an end for you. Y'all dirty. See the fruits of your labor coming in. They was trying to put an end to that. Look, now they got to walk away. 8 o'clock. They want you to walk away. Or death is walking away from you. They could have did some type of necromancy, death magic on you for your whole shit just to end. But you got protection, outpouring support from the divine. What the fuck is this shit? Magician in the reverse. That magic did not take. Whatever they were trying to do did not take because you have protection from the divine, and plus you're an earth angel. It got balanced out. Your emotions. So they were trying to make you like out of whack so you could not basically secure the bag with the 4 of Pentacles. Secure nothing in your life. Yeah. They want you to get fishy offers. Page of Cups. They want a Page of Cups energies to come towards you. They want you to be able to accept. So whatever magic they was doing, they wanted good shit to end for you. They wanted your intuition not to be good. But you're a Hierophant, Queen of Cups, masculines, okay? Queen of Wands, death energy. So you're death energy too. You could bring people karma. So this is what they didn't know before they went to the crossroads and set intentions on you. Try to block your whole fucking life out. An Emperor in reverse. Child, and they wanted you, they were doing some dark magic. This is reverse. They were doing dark magic for you to get fishy cups. Like change the good into the bad, basically. Everything changes into bad instead of good. Like, what type of shit is this? Y'all some evil motherfuckers out here. But this shit going back though, ain't it? I know that's right. Y'all should stop doing necromancy and all this other graveyard magic. All this fucking shit. I told you this shit gonna be flooded or burned. They didn't know you was look. When I'm seeing the Hierophant, Queen of Wands, Death, Queen of Cups, that should be violence. And like I said, it only happens when somebody being sneaky. This death energy. Like what's going on in the dark with the death, Scorpio, death transformation. So you have some type of ancestors that deal with death. That's what they didn't know. So when they go into the crossroads to cause a death, call on death on you, you have an ancestor that sits right there at that crossroads. Like, yeah, okay, I think you better walk away, buddy. Walk the fuck away with that fucking dark ass magic. Look, and them fishy ass offers at the crossroads. So you give them fishy ass offers at the crossroads to their ancestors. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's why I be saying that people don't know people's ancestors. You be fucking with people's ancestors. You go to the crossroads and their ancestors sitting right there at the crossroads. They see you coming a mile away. They're like, okay, we see what you about to do. With all these offers you bring in, all these offers you bring to us at the crossroads. Okay, death energy. Whoever your ancestor is, they don't play about you. And they tell this person to walk away. They probably told them at the crossroads, like, we ain't taking that offer, you need to walk the fuck away with that dark ass magic. This shit gonna come back on you with these fishy ass offers you come to the crossroads with, and they gonna have the victory regardless. They could have been told that, like, move your ass to common waters. So this person is being moved to common waters, conflict. They could have been doing chaos magic, all this fucking shit at the crossroads. Probably something chaos in your home. They was doing a fucking lot. Something about your home. Child, look. Knight of Swords. Came in quick. Your ancestors arrived quick at them goddamn crossroads is what I'm getting. Swift, fast, Jupiter. So this is still turning into your favor. Whatever they was trying to stop. Look, you probably had to up your protection with that Ace of Wands. Lost, grief, depression. Now they going to funerals. Now it's a death. Child, now it's a motherfucking funeral. Divine said that's a divine truth. So let me get this because I'm seeing it. Say people don't know your ancestors. Say they don't know your bloodline. They say they don't know nothing about your ancestors, right? And somebody like your ancestors is in charge of the crossroads. And say somebody went to the motherfucking crossroads. Your ancestors was sitting right the fuck there like, we're not taking them offerings. I'm seeing an ancestor at the crossroads like, we're not taking them offerings. We're not taking them offerings. You need to just go ahead and walk away. You know what I'm saying? And so now I can put that dream together, that vision I had. It wasn't a dream because I wasn't asleep. It was a vision. The vision was there was a lady like this. She had her hair wrapped up, okay, and she had a one of those like African outfits on. It was a boy on this side, a man on this side, a man on this side, right? And remember I told y'all about that vision? And it was two men on each side of her, right? And they're standing in the road. It's like a dusty road. It looked like a country or something like that, but they're standing in the road. How I can explain it is like, remember in The Color Purple? Remember when they was coming up the road, all that dust was flying and shit? When they was coming up the road with that girl, that singer? You remember that? So it was a man standing on this side, a man standing on this side, and a woman, she was in the middle. Like she was waiting for somebody, like they was looking ahead. Like they was waiting for somebody to come towards them, and they had something in their hand. Like they had something covered in their hand. They all had something covered in their hands was like this. And they all had white gloves on. And they was waiting like to see me coming or something like they could see me coming. So that's like they was probably warning, like it was some crossroad magic. Crossroads. Like they was standing at the crossroads. It was a woman and two men. So it could have been a Shun. It could have been a Shun and what's the one? What's the other one? That's who it looked like. It looked like a Shun in the middle and Shango and the other one, SU. It could have been SU or a Batala, but a Batala would wear all white. The gloves representing a Batala with the white. So all of them had white gloves on and they was holding something in their hand like, but you can see the dust flying past them, like somebody was coming towards them. So it was protection at the crossroads. You see what I'm saying? That's probably what that dream was about now that I get it. It's like, because it was like they was on the road, a crossroad. And somebody was coming towards them. So that's probably what it was. A Shun. It looked like a Shun. And I wouldn't know it was a Batala. They had all white on. But the white gloves represent a Batala. And the colors, I can't really remember their colors. I think it was black and white. All of them had black and white on. But this is what I'm saying. Like, they probably was giving you a warning. Like, somebody going to the crossroads. Or some shit like that. And they standing right there at the crossroads like, you're not taking those damn offerings. That was weird because I was just sitting on the porch and I was just seeing this lady and these two men just, I'm like, what the hell? And it looked like he was right there, like you coming towards them. But dust was flying and shit. They was right there on the road, in the middle of the road, like they was blocking something. Or having you come towards them or something. So, yeah, this is a magician in reverse. Somebody did some crossroad fucking magic. And this shit is going back. Queen of Pentacles upright. Somebody saw you in this Queen of Pentacles energy. Okay? So, Queen of Wands, that is a Shun. That is like a Shun, Shango. That would mix all them people up in there. Okay? And they came swiftly to your aid. Like, Now, see, I don't know how many times they did this. They could have did this shit 7 times. Or 8 times, and they had to walk away, setting intentions on the night to complete something. Waxing crescent and the full moon is right there. Divine said that's the truth. They tried to have this shit completed, and it didn't work. This magic didn't take. So what they're getting back is death. That's why they're in the reverse. This emperor, who was ever is in charge of a goddamn group. That's what they call child. If look, if I go to the crossroads, you see me when I be doing my videos, when I go to the crossroads, right? You see me turn around like 3-7 times, right? To open up the roads. You hear me? You see me? I'm like, open up the roads financially. If anybody did any crossroad, man, you see me on my videos. So this is somebody that went to the crossroads to block shit. Like they wanted to block everything. And they only wanted you to receive fishy offers in life, basically. Any fishy offer. But what they didn't know is that you are a Hierophant, Queen of Wands, Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Cups is like representing your heart. Like you got a good heart. So when it be weighed on the scales, you balance that shit out. Okay? Look, with the Ace of Cups, you be balancing that shit out. So this person was being sneaky, kept going to the crossroads to try. They kept doing it. That's what I'm picking up. And your ancestors one time met them at the crossroads like, look, we tired of you coming to the crossroads making these goddamn offers when it's not accepted. We keep showing you it's not accepted. It's something like that. So you are a manifestor with 4 of Pentacles, stability, okay, harmony, flow. You are a Hierophant, Queen of Wands, death energy, okay? Yeah, Queen of Pentacles. And they was going to the crossroads making these damn fishy offers. And guess who took them there? Take me through there. This Ace of Cups. Every time they went there, take me through there. Type shit. What the fuck? I wish I would have seen that vision. It was strange. It wasn't strange, but it was like motherland. It was like motherland. You know, I just got that song Beyonce, Motherland, 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 drip on me. Ooh, I just seen the lady, and she had a wrap on like this, and the 2 men beside her, but the white gloves, they was just going like this, like they was waiting for somebody. They was just sitting on the road, just staring like somebody was coming towards them, and you could see dust flying like somebody driving towards them. But you could tell this was another country, some shit like that. So you could have got in touch with your ancestors in another fucking country. Because this person was doing this shit too much, going to the crossroads. So they basically called up your ancestors without even knowing it. And I guess in the vision, they were showing you that somebody kept going to the crossroads because it was a road. Somebody keep going to the crossroads and they had to show up. Like, yo, this shit crazy. Y'all better stop this shit. Earth Angel, balance out your emotions, intellect, wisdom to go on your path. King of Swords, like somebody know the truth about how somebody try to cause you burdens. Child, a lot of magic, a lot of shit to cause burdens. They was passionate about this is what I'm getting out of that. Look at this. Anxiety, stress. You probably felt a lot of energy. Like, what the fuck is that? Or communication, all something started coming. Like, and this was to cause burdens. And this was to do some type of magic. Binding spells, what I'm getting. Try to bind you to something. They could have had a lot of people doing this shit. They had up to 10 people doing this shit on you. Like communicating to bind you to them. They could have went to the crossroads and did some communication to bind you to them. 10 people. They could have had 10 people doing this. This is somebody that's an emperor, not right now in reverse. Child, I be telling y'all motherfuckers, like, stop the bullshit. Stop. I don't give a fuck who you are. Stop that shit, man. You don't know who people's ancestors is. You tried to turn their wheel of fortune. That's what they try to do until they favor. Could be 10 people. That's why they try to bind you with communication. So that's why I be telling y'all now, watch you communicating and shit. They try to bind you with communication to get your Jupiter. So, they try to bind you to get your wheel of fortune, child. But they was communicating with your ancestors. See, that's the trickery. What I heard. when they went to the crossroads, they was communicating. I see somebody say, look, I see a lady say, look, I see a lady at the crossroads like, yeah, that's your wish. I see somebody at the crossroads, a lady at the crossroads like, yeah, that's your wish. That's what you want. Like being, you know what they said, that slick talk. You know what I'm saying? They were slick talking their ass like, yeah, that's what you want. This is funny. So they could have sent 10 people to communicate with you to bind you to them so they can get your will of fortune. Child, that's why I be telling you better be careful who you listening to. That's why I calm down while listening to a lot of tarot readers. Because they send subliminals like slick talk. And I'm like, bitch, you try to bind somebody with magic, with your tongue. These be motherfuckers trying to feed off you and shit. You know what I'm saying? Feed off you, like I said. Be trying to feed off you. And get that energy, that good energy, so they can get something out of it. Nah, bitch. Yeah, giving and receiving. Take from you and give to themselves. Breadcrumb you. You be breadcrumbing. So there's somebody, I'm seeing with this one pentacle in the middle, is somebody telling them how to do this shit. There's this emperor is telling them how to do this shit. Feed off of you and give to themselves. There's an emperor that's in the reverse right now. And he know it. So basically, say you was here to bring people karma and you have a death angel working with you. And say you part of justice in this end time. Say you part of justice. Like to bring justice and balance them up, you a high priestess. And they don't know that you have death angels that works with you, that dark shit. When I told you when they be doing that dark ass magic, going to the crossroads, doing some dark ass magic, your ancestors be sitting right there. They don't know who the fuck you fuck with. You know what I'm saying? Or fuck with you in the spiritual realms because of your heart. You know what I'm saying? Like the devil, even though they can't even fuck with you. It was already a sign for what you needed to do. And the devil know that. Of course he can get people to trick you out of your shit. But he can try to get people to trick you out your shit. But he know he really can't touch you. You get what I'm saying? He know what your mission is. He'll test people to say, go ahead, try to trick them out of their destiny. Go ahead, try it. But the devil already know your destiny. The devil can't even touch your destiny. That's why I be saying when motherfuckers do that, they be causing death on themselves. Child, this some crazy ass shit, man. They be tricking people. Sending out illusions. Hiding in the background, sending out fucking illusions. The devil send their ass out. So many goddamn illusions. Like, yeah, you can do it. Go ahead. The whole time, they opening up all different ancestors of your bloodline. Don't even fucking know it. Every time they go to the crossroads, opening up another set of ancestors. Do you know their mission? I heard, do you know their path? Do you know their mission? The devil can't even touch you. Child. See, that's why I be saying people be reading the Bible thumping, but they're not really spiritually inclined, like the spiritual laws. They don't really know, like the devil can't even touch you. They probably finding that shit out now. The devil can't touch you. They'll trick them. I'm like, okay, here goes another soul. Look. Here goes another soul. Child. You motherfuckers be bugged the fuck out. Here goes another soul. Sacrificing themselves is what I heard. Sacrificing themselves, 5 of Pentacles. Putting themselves up as a sacrifice. You're not putting them up as a sacrifice. That's your ancestors like, okay, I told you they got a mission. I told you at the crossroads, stop. Just walk away. You keep coming to the crossroads and we keep telling you, stop this shit. It's not going to work. And stop sending people to try to bind them, communicate with them, to bind them. Because you're going to be in that lost Greek depression. That's what they told them. They was like, you know how people get cocky? I'm powerful with that black magic. My whole cult is powerful. My whole cult do death magic. My whole cult to take that person out. They get cocky. My whole cult can take that person out. My whole cult. All we gotta do is, we did this before. Yeah, you did it before, but they got death angels all around them because they're gonna make sure they protected for their mission. That's what you didn't know. And then they'll call you a demon. I mean, if you birth for something, okay, and you got these ancestors rocking with you, the divine sent these ancestors to protect you, how is that your fault? They get rewarded in the end. You know, some angels, 1/4 of angels, they'll take a contract with divine. They'll take a contract with divine. You know, when the 1/4 angels fell, they'll take a contract with divine just to get their divinity back. Like, I didn't mean to go with the devil. He tricked me. So how can we get out? Didn't I do a reading about the devil is helping out God? Like, he hanging posters up in heaven of all the people that came up against you and shit, like mark them just to get his divinity back. In the Ethiopian Bible, it says that the devil was forgiven. You go read that Ethiopian Bible, and it tells you the devil was forgiven. So when y'all out here making sacrifices, so-called for the devil, and the devil was already forgiven, that means you're being tricked. Do you get it yet? So you're not really making a sacrifice. What you're doing is sacrificing yourself. Ta-da! I feel like the devil's advocate right now, since y'all want to sit up here and call somebody the devil. Ta-da! By the way, that's a Karmic word. Go read your Ethiopian Bible. That's the original Bible. And the Codex. Go read it. Or the Book of the Dead. Okay? While y'all here reading the Book of Shadows, go check it out. The devil was forgiven. So when you out here sacrificing people, you end up sacrificing yourself. That's why this shit never work against certain people that came here to do a certain mission. They got death angels all around them. So every time you go to the crossroads, thinking you're doing something, calling death on them, on their life, this shit goes back. You actually causing death on your own self. I don't care how many times you go to that crossroads at night. You actually causing death on yourself. That's why that answer there said, like, yeah, that's what you want? Okay. We ain't taking that offering though. Look, they be leaving them offerings there at the crossroads. They don't be taking them shit. They go right into loss, grief, and depression. And your ancestors be sitting up there warning you, like, somebody, you know, came to the crossroads, offering your life up. That shit be crazy. Child, that shit you was already guarded, protected from this shit. It was something with love, too. I told you they wanted you to get offers of love with fishy offers. How you going to predict what somebody have in life? Who are you? Who the fuck are these people? We did it before. There's certain people you cannot do it to. There's certain people that have a big ass mission. There's some big ass angels out here. Okay? Even if you do call them a demon, 1/4 of them angels is trying to get their divinity back with divine. They signed a contract with divine. They got a spiritual contract. And this is what was on the floor today when I was cleaning up soul. Your soul is preparing to reestablish trust the process. They're getting reestablished with the divine. So when you try to get in between that divinity, between them and divine, you always get the losing end of the motherfucking stick. These are earth angels, or y'all call them fallen angels. They're not fallen angels because they was forgiven. This is what I'm trying to tell motherfuckers. They was already forgiven, okay? But these people got soul contract with the divine. A soul contract with the divine. That was on the floor when I was cleaning up. So they already got the divinity back. So you out here sacrificing people for no fucking reason. So all them souls you sacrifice with this group, this devil-ass group, oh, they'll come back to haunt you. Don't worry, because every time you still doing shit, you just opening up more ancestors. I can't whoop ass is what I heard. You should know who you fucking with. I don't give a fuck what you say on the 3D. It's what they say in the spiritual realm. The ancestors say. Ace of Pentacles. Earth angels getting these Ace of Pentacles. So they basically robbed you for a little bit. They could have robbed you in the spiritual realm for a little bit. But this was just piling up in the spiritual realm. Now you get an Ace of Pentacles. Child, maybe after this person is gone, After this Emperor in reverse is gone, this shit start coming back to you. You Earth angels. Stop fucking with the shit. And if you don't know spiritual laws, like some people know spiritual laws and they abide by that shit. Whether you like it or not, whether you try to take them off you want them to break laws and shit with divine, they're not gonna do it. Just because you do it, they're not gonna do it. Whether you even stole from them a little bit, that shit coming right the fuck back. Right after this emperor get his shit. So, they be trying to warn you. Y'all motherfuckers don't be wanting to listen. Child, y'all don't be wanting to listen. This is your soul contract. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, they signed a contract before they came here. Some people don't believe in that shit. But if you go read and research, it's possible, like I said, go read the Codex, which is the original Bible. Go read the Ethiopian Bible, okay? The Book of the Dead Sea Scrolls. They got scrolls all out here, okay? They got scrolls all out here. Oh. Child. That's just, now see, that's why I said I'll be getting that vision. It be coming right back. So remember when I first came on here, that dream I had about Anubis and me and Akasha Records, this big temple in Egypt. And he had me writing in my Akasha Records. It's a big ass gold books library, but the rest of the place was dark. It was just a place like this lit, like a table lit. And he was like, open up your book. And he was standing behind me. He tall as fuck. But he was standing behind me, breathing down my neck. And he was like, open up that book. And I was like, huh? He was like, open up that book and write what you want in it. Erase that. So somebody was writing in my Akasha Records. So he was like, open up that book, erase that, and write what you want in there. And I wrote what I wanted in there. And then he said, now close it, stamp it. It was like paint. It was like red paint or something like that. And I stamped it like a seal. And he said, now come on. So it was like a long walk out this temple. Wherever this was, it was like it had a whole bunch of Egyptian writing on the wall. And wherever it was a door. But wherever it was a long ass fucking walk. And I was walking behind him. He tall as fuck. And I'm like, got a big ass feather. You remember those things I had back here? It was like that. But it was a big feather. And I was just swiping the feather against the wall while I'm walking behind him. But he big as fuck. So once we get outside, he looked at me. I look at him. He said, and looked at the temple. He was like, now burn it. I said, what? He said, now burn it. So I'm like, what the fuck? So it ended up burning. And there was a man that started running behind him. Was like, what are you doing? What are you doing? He was screaming. So that just brings me back to that with the burnt scrolls. You know, they finding the burnt scrolls and shit like that. So I just picked that up. You know how they got them in museums and shit? The burnt scrolls and shit like that. Little bits and pieces of the scrolls, the scriptures and shit like that. I just picked that up. I'll be picking shit up. So you're going to be enlightened about something. Judgment. You're part of this judgment. That's what you're going to be awakened about. Somebody probably didn't want you awakened about that. The lovers, you and somebody else got a contract for this time and judgment time. Insight. You might start getting visions, dreams, shit like that. I'm trying to tell you, and I just see this as a Akasha Records. Ten of Pentacles to me is a Akasha Records, opening up your Akasha Records. That shit right there. Now I just thought about that. I was like, I had that dream, and then now I was looking at burnt scrolls, like from a long time ago. They got them in museums, and to have that dream, and then you see burnt scrolls still, you know, in museums and shit. I'm like, damn, was I a part of that? Was I a part of that? You know, if you got burnt scrolls and now I have a dream about, you know, burning the Akasha Record, whatever, the whole building and some shit like that. Damn, did I have something to do with that? You know, you might start getting dreams and visions and shit like that. Your children still see visions. That's just straight up. I heard something like, don't get her mad. She needs to stay calm. Don't get her mad. I just heard that. Ending of a cycle. Okay? So Sun Children is here to end cycles. You know, bring balance of justice in cycles. And you're supposed to do this, complete this mission with another divine being, another hybrid. Ancestor. I keep saying this. Yeah. You're gonna start getting a lot of dreams, visions, things like that about the past. I had that when I first came on here. And I was telling everybody about it. And then after that, you had motherfuckers coming for you. Doing all types of spell work, witchcraft, all types of weird shit to you. Coming in my room and shit like that, like a witch. I felt it before it happened though. Like that shit was weird. I felt it before, like I felt it all day. Like somebody was gonna come in my room or some shit like that. I felt it all day until that night I went to sleep and they did. And I'm like, bitch, get the fuck out my room. So you got dark witches and shit. Probably from your past life. Reincarnation with the world. Y'all reincarnated beings. People don't want to believe in that. But they do know, because they send people for you. Like to move in your community, get closer, to do dark magic on you, follow you, stalk you, put cameras in your home. Like, what the fuck you supposed to be doing out here? They're afraid you're gonna call on your ancestors. You can have like an alien DNA. Y'all can belong to Atlantis. They probably know that shit. I keep hearing, people communicating like, keep her calm. She needs to stay calm. I keep hearing that. She needs to stay calm. Don't get her mad. She needs to stay calm. I don't know why they're saying that. She needs to stay calm. Yeah, passion. It's a lot of passion with this Two of Cups energy. Insight. Y'all both have insight about who y'all are. Opening up about your Acosta records. That's what I'm getting. Y'all both have insights about your Acosta records. And what you're here to do. Okay, King of Wands. That would be passion. Yeah, a leader. Yep. Lying, backstabbing, deceiving motherfuckers about a 10 of Cups. Child, I'll be telling y'all motherfuckers, it's like, to me, this is like the ending, a new heaven, a new earth, a new beginning, a reset that's about to start. They're going to be defeated and have to move their ass to common waters. They probably sending messages back and forth right now, or sending magic back and forth, or this magic going back to move people to common waters so people can get the victory. Yeah, I know that's right. They watching. They're watching this magic that they sent go back. Then why do it? Why you just can't be authentic and be your fucking self and figure out who you are from the past? Why you just can't just like leave people alone with their goddamn dark magic? Why the fuck you going to the crossroads hiring practitioners and all this other fucking shit, dark ass communication and shit like to try to bind people and shit like that? Why you doing all this dirty work? When you already know it's going to be an ending of a cycle. I don't understand it. Y'all Bible thumpers, y'all be reading Revelation, and when they talk about the apocalypse, which is that red horse we're in right now, okay, that they said what? The high vibrational being is going to, it's going to be a new heaven, a new earth. They're going to take over. But you try to pause it, stop it, prolong it as long as you fucking can by fucking magic. Y'all weird. Y'all some weird ass motherfuckers. The last time I'm gonna fucking say it. Y'all some weird ass motherfuckers. So you gonna see dreams, you gonna see visions. This person already know who you are. They already watching you. They already had a dream of you, vision of you. It's something about opening up Acosta records. They don't want people, son, children, whatever you want to say, to open up their Acosta records to end the cycle. They're under judgment. Now all these people are under judgment. This Emperor in reverse is under judgment, and he know it for fucking with a Earth Angel's Ace of Pentacles. Child, lost, grief, depression, blocking, trying to block Earth Angels. Like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Or you can say aliens. They've been blocked as soon as they started doing this shit from I heard early childhood. They was already blocked. Child, they get some type of swift communication that is done. They can't break your heart. They've been trying to send fishy offers in to break your heart. Like, get you on low vibration. That's what I'm getting. To get all your chakras, whatever chakras they was dealing with, the heart, your mind, the throat, the solar plexus, your sacral chakra, your root. Make sure you don't get in contact with your ancestors and know what they're doing. But your ancestors was been rocking with you. Child, why you don't think that the ancestors know what you're going to do before you do it? Y'all out here messing with fire energy. Y'all out here fucking with fire energy. Like, y'all just like, yeah, I don't know. These dark covens. They go by traditions. We like to keep the traditions the way they are. But you're actually a hierophant. And you got a duty to do at the end. And look, if you got ancestors from the dark and the light that fuck with you, you are a hierophant. You here to do something. Even, child, I don't know. Motherfucker just balance and justice. You work with dark and light. You know, you got dark and light ancestors that help you out. That's not your fault. You know what I'm saying? Once you activate, you got these ancestors. That's not your fault. Marie Laveau was very powerful. She had dark and light ancestors. Was that her fault? But y'all wouldn't fuck with Marie Laveau like that, would you? Exactly. And actually, she was a healer. Y'all play her. Every time somebody got powers, y'all play them as a witch. If they got more powers than you, you're going to say, oh, they must be a witch. I can't take, like I said yesterday, they must be a witch or a high-ranking witch, warlock, or a demon, because I can't take them out. No, you just, every time you do that black magic, you accessing their dark ancestors. Because they got ancestors of the dark, too, that can handle your ass from ancient times. You know, like y'all be calling them jinn spirits to get your wishes and shit, grant your wishes and shit. They got darker, you know, ancestors than that that beat these jinns before. You're basically we start conjuring these old ancient motherfucking demons up. You the one conjuring these goddamn jinns up so you can get your wish. That's basically what it is. If you go to the crossroads and asking for this to be, you know, make this happen, that's a wish master. You're a magician. You actually asking a jinn, can I have this? Can I have that? Can I have that? Can I have their life? Can I have this? Can I have that? Can you take this from them? You're actually going to a wish master. That's basically what it is, a jinn. So you summoning up a jinn that they ancestors probably them beat before. So you're summoning up their dark ancestors. They're not summoning them. You're summoning them. Because if you're summoning up a dark-ass ancestor or an ancient jinn, their ancestors got to come forward. Oh, okay, you set up there and summoned up a goddamn dark-ass, you know, jinn on them. Okay, well, you didn't awaken us. So the next time you come to this damn crossroads, we know that whatever ancestor handled them before going to be sitting right there to handle your ass. That's what I'm trying to tell you. They don't know how shit works. If you're summoning up dark shit on them, they're light. They try to remain light. They're not trying to work with no dark ancestors. They're not doing it themselves. They're not calling on them like, come on, Anubis. Come on, Anubis. They're not sitting up there conjuring them up. They just know that's their ancestor, their bloodline. And if it got to get wicked, it got to get wicked. They're not summoning them. You're summoning them. Every time you do some dark shit, you're summoning their dark ancestors. They're not sitting around in a circle. Come on, Anubis. Come on, get them. They're not doing none of that. They're trying to actually stay on the light path, balance themselves out. You're summoning them. Every time you do some dark shit, they got some dark ancestors that gonna handle your ass. That's how much protection they have. Can I explain this again? Somebody don't hear me? When you're a light barrier, you're just a temperance angel, you're very empathic. You come from, your bloodlines from ancient times. You got dark, you got light ancestors, whatever, and you're just trying to go on the light path. You're not summoning, you just know who your ancestors are, okay? You could just know by visions, dreams, whatever, you've been shown this since a child. And then somebody come against you and just start doing black magic on that's dark. So what they're doing, they're summoning somebody that's dark. Like, okay, a match. Like, meet they match. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, so you summon a jinn. Okay, we got jinns too. We got people that beat these people before, a long time ago. So we know who we need to, poke out, come up to beat this jinn. Y'all don't understand? This is not dynasty after dynasty. This is what I'm saying. They're in battle, war. It's been a spiritual war. Your ancestors been in spiritual war. That's why I say show them gratitude. If they never went to war and won, you would not be here. That's what I'm trying to say. They're going to say you're summoning up these ancestors. No, you're not. You just showing them gratitude. But when your bitch ass go to the crossroads, or you going to summon up some dark ass shit, okay, you're opening up their dark ancestors. Let me remind you. They trying to remain on the path of light. And then what you'll do when you get karma, you'll turn it around on them. No, you summoned them ancestors. I didn't summon them. You summoned them when you went to go do some dark magic for no reason. You summoned them ancestors. You should have left them alone. Y'all don't want to be chanting, getting in circles and groups. That person don't need no group. They walk alone by themselves. And that's what I'm saying. Time you summon something, and then their ancestors come through for them, they're a demon. They're a witch. And that's only because, like I said yesterday, because you did death magic, you can't take them out with it. Their ancestors be meeting your ass. Like, did you just do this to my... Is you crazy? And then they get mad at you. And then the thing is, they don't stop. They still do more. They still do more. So each time they do it, okay, so you ain't learning, like, here go another ancestor. Here go another ancestor. You still have not learned. They don't get it. They don't get this. They just know dark magic and they don't know about the spiritual laws. Or they don't know about ancestors. They don't know about none of that shit. They ain't studying none of that shit. It's them doing it to themselves. They don't even realize this shit because they probably that fucking witchcraft on their ass. You're not, like I said, you're not sitting around saying, Anubis, please come to my aid. You're not doing none of that. Every time they do it, you don't seek no revenge. All you do is write your affirmations like I do. You give your ancestors gratitude with water. You get what I'm saying? That's all you do. And you let these motherfuckers just keep doing this shit over and over again, trying to bind you, try to stop you, try to stop your life, try to threaten you, try to put fear in you. 10 of Wands. And every time they do that 10 of Wands, your ancestors, they bust out another answer like, look, you just not have learned your lesson. I ain't got to summon no fucking body. I just sit back and wait for I just told you since a child this been going on. I ain't got to summon I don't call on nobody but divine. I be like, you see this shit, right? Okay. Y'all don't understand that? They got ancestors to handle every demon you call on. Every demon you call on, they got an ancestor to handle that. That outbeat them and outrank them before. They don't have to do shit. There's some earth angels that ain't got to do shit. You just fuck with them one time and that ass is gone. You got some angels like that. You got some people like that. That's why I say I got to be careful how you talk to people. You just want to go out here bullying people. You got some people like that. Like if you fuck with them, it's just death. Y'all don't believe in that shit? Y'all don't believe in death angels? And then you'll call them evil because that's their job here. Like, that's their fault. That's evil. But you just was doing evil against them. You went and fuck with somebody that wasn't fucking with you. Do you understand that? No, you don't, because you got that black magic on you. Let's get what's going on. That shit crazy as fuck. Child, you shouldn't just go out. That's teaching you not to just be going out here fucking with. You should teach your children that too. Don't be just going out here fucking with anybody. Even children they age. Children they age. You shouldn't go to school bullying people. Then the next day, oh shit, they must be. Then you start calling. Oh, they must do witchcraft. That's the first thing you say. No. You shouldn't be out here fucking with people. So let's get about this emperor. Motel, hotel. power supply. So they could be working at a motel, hotel, power supply. I don't know. I'm picking up prostitution. They could have power supply in the motel, hotels, or they got some type of power in motel, hotels. That's why I be telling y'all about them motels and them hotels. They'll be wishmasters in them hotel, motels. Wishmasters. You get what I'm saying? I'm picking up Dubai. I don't know why I'm picking that up. These motherfuckers, child, wishmasters. Like, would they put a curse on the hotel or something to get power supply? Like, when y'all have sex? I don't know why I'm picking that up. When you have sex in the hotel, they get power off of that too. Child, serial killer. They do this over and over and over again. So it's something about a windmill, something about power supply, something about motel, hotels. Child, serial killer. They get power off of people like sex. Woo-wee! Like, yo, this is like shit. Running. Like, it's like an energy. It's like energy. They get energy off of people having sex in these motels, hotels. I told you this person tell people how this shit run, how this shit go. They telling people how to get energy, collect energy from people. Child, that's weird what I'm picking up. It's like, you know how many people go to motels or hotels that have sex every day? So they keep people energy afloat. They don't even know this going on. Child, mountains. They ain't ascending in this no more. Regret. So they regret coming for certain people. I told you something about dating, going to hotels. Did y'all ever think about that? Well, the shit coming out now. Somebody does this at motels or hotels. Like, say they got, say Wyndham Powell. I ain't gonna say Wyndham Powell. I ain't gonna say no name, but say them big ass hotels, right? You wonder why they make them big ass, tall ass hotels, right? They got 18 levels and shit. Okay? You wonder why they make them hotels like that? The more energy, the more sexual energy. Did y'all ever think about that shit? 18 floors, and then you all those rooms. I don't know how many rooms were like 100 on each floor. 18 floors. If you think about that shit filled up on the weekend, do you think about all that power supply, all that energy, sexual energy? Oh my God. Drugs and poison gift. Regret. Gift. Somebody lost their damn gift. They regret because they went after somebody that had gifts. Justice. Strangulation. Try to control something. Try to control you. I told you justice. Now they already running away. I'm trying to tell you. Your ancestors told them like run away. They didn't access your ancestors. Tunnel in reverse. Run away. They been told to run away. Landfill. Bunch of lies. Cause look, outer space. Child, that energy. Do I ever think about that? Why am I figuring that out? Like, that's weird. They've been harvesting energy, sexual energy, feeding off energy, and I ain't gonna say because I ain't trying to ruin, people. But there's some people that put a curse over a hotel. I don't know why I heard Dubai. I don't got nothing against Dubai, but I heard Dubai. It's somebody that put a curse on their whole hotel so they could be able to use this sexual energy as a power supply, like feed all people energy. Child, y'all ever think about that? Healing. This person got to heal. And the only way they going to heal, look, burial. They already know they motherfucker passing away. Assassination. They could pass away due to somebody assassinating them with drugs and poison. Look, celebrity. This could be a damn celebrity. Jealousy. They was jealous of your ranking, your gifts. Home. They're going to pass away in their home. Mind control. They try to get mind control over you and other people. They told people how to bind you. How to bind your spirit. This person know they dark inside. Child. They could have tried to marry you in the spirit. They could have tried to get people to marry you in the spirit. Some shit like that. What the fuck is this? This was a secret. So there was people using it as a power supply. Like, even when you go to hotels, like, they would know you coming. They would know you coming to get power supply off you. Like, if you did, that's why, you know, I do stay vacations at hotels, and most of the time it's about me. Very sudden, I had somebody in there. Very sudden, very little, had somebody in there I had sex with. But if I did, you know, now that you pick that shit up for some reason, it was like, just go do your stay vacation, do spiritual cleansing, take time for your mind, body, and soul to yourself. But at the same time, there's somebody in there feeding off your fucking energy. Power supply, using you as a power supply. If you're not having sex, I don't know how they can use you as a power supply. So then you probably have people showing up, like, to try to get some type of energy. Remember I told you I'm in a hotel by myself, and there's about 5 cars out there watching me and shit with bitches and niggas in it. They're not getting a hotel room. They're not doing nothing. They're just sitting there watching. Like, what are you sitting here for? The fuck you sitting outside my room for? Pulling up, listening in your door, shit like that. I caught a dude listening in my door, and when I said, when you feel that energy, because you know I'm very sensitive to energy. If I'm sitting up there chilling, watching TV by myself, and then I feel the energy, and I get up, some say get up, go to the door. I go open my door, crack my door. This motherfucker run into his car, but it's from my neighborhood. I recognize the car. I said, what the fuck? He coming to my fucking... How did you know I was here? How did you know this was my room? How did you know I was here? How did you know this was my room? Because these energies be connecting to you. That's what I'm saying. That's why you got to do them Ethernet cord. These energies be connecting to you. Monitoring spirits. I take these as monitoring spirits. Like, what the fuck? How did you know this was my room? That shit weird as fuck. That shit was weird. And then when they come all night long, like, they just sit there. And they all come next to each other and just sit there and be like, you open your window, they looking right in your fucking window like, what? That's to get energy. Like, for you to get upset, some shit like that. So they can get your energy. I figured that out. That's why I heard, don't get her mad. Don't get her mad. And something about that fire energy. Don't get her mad. Crime of passion. That's weird. That was weird. Even that other hotel room I went to, that shit, it was the day before Christmas. That shit was piled up. That shit was packed. By the time, the next day, that shit was gone. It was barely nobody there. It was only like an old white man, an old white lady, 2 people that was next door to me listening in my room. So I had to keep the water running. You know what I'm saying? A black truck sitting across the street watching me with the lights on. Like, they knew exactly where my room was. I'm on the 3rd floor. They pulled their truck all the way back with the lights on just to sit there and watch me. By the time I look over outside to see them, they turned on their engine and pulled off. Like, all this shit strange as hell. Now, I hope y'all remember that video. It was a white ball coming towards my room. And I was like, what the fuck is that? I had it on video. It was a lot of strange shit. Then they tried to say it was being seen everywhere, that white ball. It was from China trying to collect information. The fuck you collecting information on me for? Clearing whole hotel rooms, all that shit. That shit was weird. I was like, it felt dreary when I was walking through the hallways. It's like nobody here. It's like somebody specifically wanted you to be there by yourself. Which probably was a good thing, because I was like, damn, I got the whole hotel to myself. I can go get me some coffee, bagels, all that shit. And while it was dreary at first, and then I started feeling comfortable, I'm like, yeah, this somebody don't want nobody to fuck around me. You know, They gave me the whole hotel to my goddamn self. You get what I'm saying? That shit was crazy though. It was weird when you walked. It felt like The Shining, cause they had the carpet on the floor like The Shining. So when I go get ice, come out to go get ice, you had to go on the second floor to get the ice. So I don't like to catch the elevator. I go walk downstairs. It felt weird. Like I'm like, what the fuck? It felt like Kanika Jenkins. It felt like that shit with Kanika Jenkins. That's what it felt like. It felt like that shit. And so I was like, look, it did feel like that kind of, the whole hotel clear up. There's only a certain people in there. A white old man, a white old lady, 2 young black girl and boy. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? It felt like that shit with Kanika Jenkins. And then that train wasn't there the whole weekend I was there. You never seen that train. And it was just so crazy. And I'm like, I was like, you know what? When I get up, you know how you got to check out at 11? I said, I'm checking out at 5 in the morning. I'm not going to check out at 11. I'm going to check out at 5. I'm going to call Uber and check out at 5. I don't know what the fuck going on here. But it was weird. When I was walking through, I said, somebody jumped the fuck out. I said, somebody jumped the fuck out. Look. Because you walking through hallways by yourself. That was strange. Like, I was like, somebody jumped the fuck out. While I'm going to get the ice. But it was good. But then you had people watching you in a black truck and all this weird ass shit. So then, the day I was leaving, I left at 5 o'clock in the morning. I went and got my coffee, called Uber. The train sitting right there. I didn't even hear the train when it came. A big long train just sitting there right there by the hotel. Because it's a train that sits right there, I guess, run by the hotel. I didn't see that shit all weekend. It was just sitting there, And I'm like, I didn't hear that train all weekend. Why is some of the train just sitting there? Okay, so when the Uber driver, she's texting me, she like, the train is right here. I never see this train here when I come pick people up from here. And I'm like, you don't? She was like, nope. She said, I'm going to try to wait and to get over around. I'm going to have to go around the other way to come get you. Came around the other way. I get in the car with she got a wrap on like I have on. I had my wrap on that morning. She had a wrap on too. So I was like, okay, so you went to Urbia or something? She said, yeah, I'm into Urbia too. So when she turned on her engine to pull off, the train revved up this engine and moved. And she said, that's strange. And this train never come around here. I never see this train when I come pick up people. I said, yeah, I never seen that train since the whole weekend I've been here. Surveillance. It was something weird about that weekend. Y'all hear me? Y'all see me in that hotel. Like, what the fuck is that? I was doing my reading, like, look over, like, what the fuck? I don't know if it was to scare you. It could be, like, to scare you. It could be MK Ultra. I'll be thinking about all types of this. It could be MK Ultra, mind control, fear tactics, shit like that. And I just looked over and I just went right back to my reading. But this is something about the hotel. This is the emperor that owned a hotel, that put a curse on the hotels. He could own hotels. He jealous of your gifts. It could be a celebrity jealous of your gifts. And they figured out a way to, use you as a power supply. Like wherever you go. To use you as a power supply, to get energy out of you. But this emperor in reverse is like, they might be sick. Somebody might be about to assassinate them. But that's that energy. Look, like I said, assassinate them. Because they don't have your energy no more. Desert. The party. They can't even party no damn more. They could get assassinated at a party. And then you could just I guess you just gonna feel a little imprisonment. They had you in imprisonment. Probably in your community. Try to imprison you in your community so you can harvest off your shit. To get what they want. Perversion. This person been watching you and stalking you. And then also been over some damn greed. This been organized against you. Okay? And they be telling a lot of lies on you. That's another way to harvest your energy, so you could, keep defending yourself. Like, I ain't doing that. Yay! Like fighting with them about what's true and what's not, and this some weird ass shit. So this emperor, legal proceeding. They could already have a legal proceeding going on. They could have tried to steal something from you in a legal proceeding that belongs to you, a celebrity. So they got a whole bunch of people to work with them to use you as a power supply for this greed. It could be something old to you, and they've been trying to do a legal proceeding and keep you busy, distracted, keep you in prison in your home, organizing crime on you to keep you distracted so you can't find out about this shit they've been doing. Child. And sending in, lousy ass, fishy ass offers from people, to keep you distracted. Make sure they'll never find out about what they're using them as a power supply for greed. Some shit like that hidden. Keep this hidden. This is some weird ass shit. Y'all did all this to hide money from them. Something that belonged to them. Didn't I say it was something about the Ten of Pentacles, the Ancestor records? This could be somebody that reads up on Ancestor records and try to steal it. Intuition. Child abuse and neglect. So they've been abusing and neglecting you. That's why you're about to be out the fuck up out of here, beach. Now you're isolated alone. None of these people ain't working with them no more. It could be an accident that happens. You will probably feel a release. When this happens with this emperor, you're going to feel a big ass release. Like, yo, somebody been pulling on my motherfucking energy. There's been a lot of people. This person had a lot of people just to keep you distracted from your Ancestor records to do a legal proceeding to get something. It's like wherever you went, this person was trying to use you as a power supply or keep you distracted. I even went to hotels, right, in Philly. I always do stay vacation. One hotel was good. You know what I'm saying? They had me in a penthouse. Somebody didn't show up. I guess whoever it was, I don't know who was supposed to be in that 18th floor. That's the one you need a key to go all the way up there. Okay, you need some type of key. You can't get up to that floor. You have a whole floor to yourself, kitchen, all that shit. Nobody can come up on that floor unless they got a key. So when I went there, I had got a deal. The girl was like, the black girl, she was like, yeah, this person didn't show up. You want a deal on that? I was like, for word? I was like, I stayed there for like 2 weeks. I stayed for 2 weeks, and I was all the way up, like by the, the what's that statue? Lincoln, Ben Franklin. You could see Ben Franklin right there by my window. Okay? That's how high up it was. I went to that hotel. It was good. Then I said, I'm going to another hotel. But that was on the other side. That hotel was good. I don't know what happened with the next hotel. Next hotel, every time I tried to order something, somebody kept ringing pulling the fire alarm. Somebody kept doing it. Kept doing it. Kept doing it. Kept pulling the fire alarm. I was like, what the fuck? What's going on? It was somebody doing that shit. It was weird. That's somebody trying to get your energy. One hotel good. You go to the next one the whole weekend. And I stayed there 2 weeks at that first hotel, the penthouse. The second one, I only wanted to stay there a weekend. Somebody all day, all night, every day kept pulling that goddamn fire alarm. Like somebody know you was there. That's what I'm saying. A monitoring ass spirit. Life insurance. It could be somebody trying to get life insurance on you too. Try to drain you of your energy. Energy. Got a lot of energy. Trying to get away from a nigga. So now this emperor is in lost sleep and depression. Something they tried to have you in. Yeah. You could have figured out when this person found out that you had some type of, they went into your Ancestor records and what you had coming in. When all of a sudden shit just came out the blue. Motherfuckers start fucking with you and shit. Doppelgangers come out of nowhere. People that, they had somebody that pretend like they was you. You could figure out when it started happening, when they figured out when they went in your Ancestor records, when it started happening, what year, what time, whatever. Then all of a sudden you got a doppelganger of you. So they already had it picked out who they gonna have doppelganger you, be you. They already had this picked out. Like, yeah, that's some weird ass shit. And if I take that shit back, somebody be telling them to delete their videos. Like, that's too much information. They know you very into it. They know you're a Hierophant. Like, you're going to figure it out without that shit. They wouldn't offer this person this. They wouldn't offer this female or this male your Acosta records. And they told them how to do it. So they belong to some type of group just around the corner. So you're going to get, you know, your soulmate just around the corner. So basically, if you had a soulmate, they seen that coming in, they try to give it to this other person. You had money coming in, they try to give it to this other person. Anything you had coming in, they try to give it to this other person. Like, this person felt like you didn't deserve it. Why? Don't even ask why no more. They don't even know you. Maybe they do know you and they did this shit. Maybe it's somebody you met before and they just don't like you. So they wanted to give it to somebody else, give your shit to somebody else. That's dirty. This could be somebody that don't even know you. That's just part of a Hierophant group. I don't like you. So I'm going to go ahead and give it to this person. I'm going to give your shit to somebody else. I think they deserve it because they freaky or they down with the program or they're evil like me or some shit like that. Well, let them be evil like you, bitch. Nobody give a fuck next month. So something about next month. You probably meet your person that you have a spiritual contract with. Maybe there's somebody you turned down, man or woman, next year. Okay? By next year, y'all gonna be married way in the future. So it's something about future. Y'all have a mission to accomplish August. Somebody's birthday could be in August. This shit weird. 6 months from now, and then after, you gonna get this person pregnant, or you gonna become pregnant by this person. Y'all have a divine mission, a divine child. That bird is talking, ain't he? Tomorrow, something about tomorrow and the risings is not worth waiting for. So if somebody try to come to you in the rising, call you in the rising, ain't worth waiting for. Something about July and August, more than a year. You're gonna be with this person more than a year. January, by January, it's gonna be like the next January. And so this is gonna last long. That bird is talking. March, June. I told you something about the risings, the morning. Somebody could be trying to call you and shit. It could be this person. Nah, motherfucker. You try to ruin somebody's fucking life because you ain't like them. Or you got turned down. Ain't that something? Oh, they freaky. They're a little bit more freakier. This somebody that goes off of, you know, sex. This somebody that's a pervert. This somebody that's a fucking pervert. A man or woman that's a pervert. They felt you ain't deserve it because you're not with the program. You get what I'm saying? You're not part of no Hierophant group. You just by yourself. So they thought they could take advantage of your spirit. You know what I'm saying? Your Hierophant energy. You're not freaky. I mean, whoever you decide to be freaky with. But you're not one of those people that be out there like, you're not a type of person that masturbate. If you by yourself, you're not a type of person that get down with the get down. You get what I'm saying? Be having like 3, 4, 5 people fucking. This somebody that got a group like this that knows about Acosta records. You know what I'm saying? And since you don't want to get with the program, I'm gonna do everything I can to destroy your life and give it to this freaky bitch or this freaky nigga. Cause they freak. This is about sex, lust, passion. Basically, that did come out in 901. This is somebody that's about freaks. Like, almost like Diddy. Let's put it that way. And if you're not down with it, you don't deserve your own Acosta record. I'll steal it for myself, and we gonna go ride into the sunset and live happily ever after. And take your ass out, drain you of your energy, and get what we need to get. I'm gonna go couple up with somebody else that's freaky just like me. This is like a freakazoid. That's what I'm picking up, a freakazoid. Somebody that thrives off of lust. I guess that's why you getting what the fuck you getting now. This somebody that drives off of lust. Go take your raggedy ass on. Life ain't all about fucking lust. This somebody that don't mind going to hell. Then go to hell. endings. I just said it. I ain't gotta say no more, y'all. Wearing a mask. This is somebody that wear a mask. This is a freaky motherfucker. They think this is a man or a woman that thought since you're not down with the program, you don't get in groups, you stay by yourself, or you independent, or whatever this shit is. I'ma just narrow it down. This is a freaky perverted ass motherfucker that wanted you to have endings because you're not with no groups. You don't want to join no groups. You don't want to join the devil. You won't sell your soul. You're not into masturbating. You're not into threesomes. You don't want to put yourself out there, your energy out there. So they found another way to basically get your energy. Use you as a power supply to get what they want off you. Child, it's time to say goodbye. Bye, bitch. Took a gamble. Other than that, y'all, love you. Y'all have a good day. I might, in between, that's how I'm going to do it. I might do the members. I might come back with another collector's read. It is what it is. If you decide to join me, it is what it is. If you want to send donations, you don't have to, because I don't beg for money. It's on my community board, okay? If you want to send donations, it don't matter if it's $1, something like that. Y'all know I'll be needing my soda and stuff like that. But until then, this is weird. And y'all never thought about that, did you? About them hotels? Okay? Maybe you need to make you a little space, a little, a sexual room in your house to make it look like a hotel from now on, so you can keep your energy within thyself. I'm going to just put it that way. And it is what it is. Just think about that shit. Weird. Anyway, love you.